This is Saylor White, and I'm here with Jim Com, my erstwhile editor, partner in a new thing that we're trying to do with doing some video blogging and things like that. 2 or 3 weeks ago, when the idea for the benefit and the CDs came up that we talked about, and obviously we've already done that, I asked people if it'd be okay if I did some video entries, because I'm finding that sometimes, because of the medications and stuff that I'm on, and maybe other things too, typing and stuff like that gets kind of difficult. So I'm going to make it easy and just tell the story. And what I want to share with you right now is that those of you that took part in the benefit, either in helping do it, or ordering CDs, or coming and playing music, or donating money, all of these things, it was, I think I've already said this, it was overwhelming for all of us, for everyone in my family, for my son, for my wife, for my friends, for everybody. And we don't know where it came from. We don't really know how it happened. But it was more than we could have ever expected. And I mean, really, gratitude is hardly a word that even covers it. But what it brought up for me was this, and I've told this story, I told you a little bit of it at the deal, is that there was a time where I really didn't like myself. And now I do want to mention something about confessing things on Facebook and telling our stories and stuff. I'm coming from this place, is that in my life, the people that I've gotten to love the most and know the most are the people who I've gotten to know their stories. I think years ago, people used to tell their stories. They used to sit around, they carried their stories with them, the myths and their stories about their lives and their ancestors and who they were. And somehow they carried along with them, excuse me, all this information that when they told you that story, they weren't trying to impress you, they were just telling your story. And you got a chance to see them in light of how they saw themselves and how they thought the world saw them and what they saw in the world and how they came to be wherever they are at any given point in time. And at one given point in time, I came to be at a place where I was really unbelievably desperate for human love and companionship and felt incapable of taking part in it. Well, that has changed. Something happened to me during this time that we did all this. That you guys did what you did, offered to help me get those CD sales started, because I've never promoted, and the benefits and everything. That we did the benefits and people donated, and really you've enriched our lives in more than one way. It's given us a chance to buy a little time here to prepare ourselves for what we don't really know. I mean, the surgery is going to be done on Monday, and they told me this is a tough one, but they think we'll get through it. So as a result of that, what happened for me is I realized that I had started to love. And I look around and I see all these people, all these warm hearts, and all these people opening up to each other and everything, and it just broke me open. It did, and I'm not doing it now, but I will let you know I've had a lot of time weeping like a little baby boy just from sheer joy. All the relationships that have grown at tenfold since the moment that this started, all the conversations, people sharing their problems with me, us trying to see each other in a new light. And so I want to say my life has completely changed. I'm a different person than I was when that started, and I don't think I can even flop back if I wanted to, because it was so completely unexpected and natural. So what I'm saying is, you've opened me up to the possibility that we can love each other a lot more than we can hate each other. That we can give to each other a lot more than we have given without ever being feared of being taken for granted or taken, you know. So what I've decided to do is tell you a long story, and it's a novel. I'm not going to tell it to you today, but there's a reason for it, and that's because a dream one I had when I was very young came true, and it came true 30 years later, and it wasn't until what happened during this period of time that I saw how all the dots fitted together. I went back and traced songs and ideas and everything in my life that had changed my life, and how they all fit together in a real nice little piece, but I could never see it because maybe I was selfish, maybe I was blind, I don't know what it was. So this is my introduction into this idea that I'm going to tell this story over a period of time with Jim, and it's going to include music, and it's going to include tales, and hopefully it's something that we can share in. It's not about me. It's about the story of, the name of it is The Dark Waters of Hope, and that came up because I remember the idea of diving for the pearl of greatest price. Whatever that pearl of greatest price may mean, it may mean something different to different people. You got to go deep to get it, and it gets dark, and you got to go down there, and you got to go down there. And so I've been diving for a long time, and for the first time I actually came up with something. But it wasn't because I put it there, it was because you guys were there. And so what's happened is this is my story about this. I was terrified of this, everything that was coming up. And you guys have kind of walked me to the shore. And on Monday or whatever, when I go into the hospital, they put me on, I'm going to take that journey across whatever that is. The fact that you walked me to the shore gives me such immense courage and faith in you and me and all that. But it gives me courage that we can do this for other people. That each one of us deserves a moment in time where people walk us to the shore, where we help each other. And personally, what I'm looking for in my own life is a vehicle to constantly express that. To be a member of something that wants that to be true for all of us to have the moment that I had, or at least as come close as we can. So I'm not going to get all blubbery today because I'm so happy with what you've done for me, the lift you've given me, and I hope through the things that I'm going to do along with Jim and some other friends, artistic things, that we're going to find something together, that we're all going to get something from it, and I'm going to get something from you, and you're going to get something from me, and it's going to be freely expressed. So what I want to say is, it was amazing, and it still is. And when you hear the details of the story, and when I get down to those kind of details, those amazing little things that happen that you just you couldn't see it coming, how would that ever happen? It did. So here we are. I'm getting ready to go in there, and I've got friends. I've grown closer to every member of my family. I've grown closer to God. I've grown closer to my dogs. And I'm just so full of it, if you will. But it's the good stuff. So for now, I want to say, in relation to the benefit and everything that you guys did for me, I promise to give back tenfold. And what I mean by that is I kind of, that's all I want to do now is, do I have anything that is there anything I can do? Anything I have, anything I know, anything I believe that can make your life better in some way, sharing it with you. If some of you may say, yeah, cut off the video. Well, you got a button there, okay? But if you find something, if something kicks off, let me know, okay? I want to stay in touch. I want to see what's out here in this dark waters of hope, all this stuff. I think it's something beautiful that's going to come, already has, and hopefully we can participate in it together. I may decide this is not my favorite video I've done. If I don't like it, I'll probably redo it and we'll scratch this one and do another one later, but I'm doing it off the cuff. So I'm going to go for now on this one particular issue and say I go with God, or my version of God, or my understanding of God, and with the love and all the support that you've given us, I go Monday with as much courage as I could ever have. And I'll say this is where I'm at. There is the possibility that things won't totally go the way we want them to go. But for the first time in my life, I can tell you this. If for some reason this doesn't turn out, all roses, you will have given me still the greatest joyous moments of my life in this last 9 weeks. The best my life has ever been, notwithstanding the disease. And then except for missing, my very closest family, I could not leave this world with more confidence than we really have something special here to nurture if we keep doing it. And we don't have to all agree on the name of it. We don't have to call it the same thing. But we know how it feels when we do it. We know how it feels when we receive it. We know how it feels when we give it. Whatever that is, I want to share that with you for the rest of my life, and I hope you'll share it with me. Let me know what you think about what I say or anything else, and I'm just going to say thanks again, and I'll learn how to do this shorter, but I'm not going to edit this one. This is at the end of a long time. I'm very tired, and so like I say, you got that button, you can press it. And I hope to see you after this ordeal in the hospital. I hope to pop up in your lives and be a gadfly, and so please remember, each one of you that I've seen during this period of time, I love you for being such wonderful human beings. I had no idea you were here, not in this form. And Ken Gaines was right. Somehow all the angels came out. And it was us. We're the stardust. We're all made of the same stuff. It's one big angel thing or something. And I'm so excited. I'll be back, said Arnold Schwarzenegger.